Mike. Alright guys, let's keep the VOD reviews going. Let's do iesdise right now. Um Here, three random games in a row, going for kills, not for wins. Then where I'm supposed to have fun. Game of my turn. When I was supposed to battling inside. Game 2, all looting until 5:55. Oh, I think he's time stamping them for me, which is cool. Um, when I was battling inside, there's already a third party. If I get out and try to fight, I will probably be fighting three people. When I'm syringing behind the door, my teammates is already dead meat. Jumping alone on X amount of people. Then I get to the roof and I hear the guy under me, but nope, there's a guy literally next to me. Who knew? Two 229. I see one knocked and I getting away. I threw an arc star to cut him off and joined Watson to kill him on the other side. Suddenly two people are shooting at me. No idea where they came from. Those are three games in a row. Definition of not fun. Alright, so guys, if you see me laughing, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you in a way. Dude, trust me, no one has been more. When I was really at it, like no one I had ever been more stressed out and like down about this game than me. I promise you that, right? Like for all you guys who think like you're like you this game is like getting you down, I'd love you to meet my friends who were there when I was like super depressed about not having the results I wanted in this game. um it was really bad, like I'd say close to borderline depression to some extent. So yeah, like whenever you see me laughing about stuff like that, I've been so mad, I've been so down, I've been through it all. So I get it. This game can be really stressful sometimes. I do think it's important though to keep a healthy mental state while you're doing this. Um, Sorry, let's just jump into the videos and see if we can give him some perspective on like what we think is happening here. Alright, so three games in a row. He said in game one, if I turned around and beam the guy, I have 30 HP. So he somehow manages to be 30 HP in this one. Let's take a look.
I've fought nightmares all my life. None of you scare me. I'm the jump master.
I like these
I'll
concise
take it.
clips.
Let's land here.
Gives me like immediate stuff to work with.
Eyes on the prize.
Let's check it out over there.
So immediately the team splits up, completely surrounded by like 10 people. Not the worst thing if you're a better team, but not good if you're an average or just honestly just like a normal team. Like, so that's a huge macro ill right there for the team right off the drop. I expect them all to die.
My abilities aren't working. I'm down.
Taking fire.
Beams the guy very good.
Took care of that one.
Nope. Playing too slow, being too greedy. That's why you died here. Again, like I'm pretty sure I've said this in a clip. I'm pretty sure I've said this in a in a clip before. But in this game, if you don't have armor, you're just asking to be dead, right? Like you kind of need, especially off the drop, you kind of need to have your priorities straight, like right away. Like your priorities off the drop should be as quickly as possible. Get the armor, get a tier one gun. Those are your top priorities right off the drop, right? So the fact that you like spend some time here to like kind of mess around and like not do those things is kind of why you died, to be honest. Like not like Not having those two things, not having armor off the drop is like is super difficult. Like you pretty much just get beamed. It cannot it can work, but it's not likely to. So right here you just weren't looting fast enough, to be honest. Like you should have been so quick with loot. You should have been like so quick to get. You had a tier 1 gun, so so that's great. But your next priority should have been like armor right away. Like you're like like laser focused just on getting those priority things like right after drop. So that's why you died here. I heard him when I was already opening the door. Yeah, like you need to have your priorities straight like right away. Um, it's like just generally too, right? You need to understand this beginning part of the game is such an important part of the game. It defines what will happen throughout the rest of the opening, right? Because it's like you need to think at this stage as resource acquisition, right? And it has a double compound effect because the more resources you acquire in your favor, the less resources for other people or for the enemies, right? And that effect works both ways. So yeah, like immediately after drop you should be thinking, let me just get loot, get loot, get loot, get loot, get loot. Like if at all possible, and if at all possible, you shouldn't even fight without armor and a tier 1 gun, right? You can risk it with a tier 1 gun, but like if you should probably be avoiding like more no hand-to-hand combat, nothing, just armor, tier 1 gun. Those are my priorities. Yeah, so you died here because you were looting too slow. Game 2, looting to 555. Let's check it out. 5.
I'll take care of you.
There's avoiding you.
Level 3.
Damn, bro, I like the efficiency of this guy giving me timestamps and everything. Guys, do this when you're like sending me your stuff. It's pretty helpful. Let's just get through this really quickly and efficiently. So yeah.
Reloading.
By the way, I'm gonna. Well, I do see you with an R99. I was gonna make a comment on the fact that, in my opinion, you don't have a tier 1 gun, so that's a big L. So yeah, but you do have an R99, so I let it go, and you're not at distance to be necessarily like killing people. So, but that was like the first thing I was thinking. Why are we not
I
healing?
have eyes on the enemy. Recharging my shields. Tossing thermite. Lost one. We're on our own. Hold on, I need to heal.
It's a weird clip. So to be honest, like that Pathfinder, I didn't hear anyways. Like that Pathfinder didn't make any real sound, so kind of hard to criticize you taking some shots to the head there. Um, no, the I can say here Like while you're beaming the guy, like while you're beaming the guy, you should be kind of trained to with the R99 especially to hip fire first and then ADS, right? I feel like here it would have almost been even natural to for me once I saw that I was hitting him for so much damage, probably to just go into ADS, and so those last few bullets would have probably connected and killed him. So that's a thing here, but again, like this is one of those things where I don't want to say that and you think that's the main problem here. That's not really the main problem here. Yeah, so I'm gonna be super critical of you here and say like your EM isn't optimized enough, but not because your sensitivity isn't optimized enough. Here is something I'm gonna tell you to try. Here's a recommendation. Do you know in CS:GO when you have like an op, how how you can no scope, but in order to no scope, you kind of have to like know where the center of your monitor is relative to like where your crosshair is, but there's no crosshair, so you kind of just have to know the center of the screen. I'm gonna recommend if you have one of those monitors that have like the crosshair that can come up. Like I have one here. If you have one of those monitors that have like the crosshair that can come up, I recommend you bringing that up or like using some sticky tape or something to like mark the exact center of your screen. So get something that can show you the exact center of your screen, right? And then like put that on the screen and position your chair. Make sure you go in game and run around a little. Make sure like it's on the center of the screen, and position your chair. Move your monitor if you need to, so that your direct line of sight, the first thing that you hit when you see the screen is that like center immediately. The idea here is that you should be able to flick as consistently using just like almost peripherals, like you would if you were using an op in CS:GO. Like you just know where the center of the screen is. I feel like your mechanics are okay, like your EM, your sensitivity. If not, that can be probably be optimized more. It can always be optimized some, but I feel like that would be like a huge thing for you. It's a huge thing for me. If I'm not sitting in the center, if I'm not directly looking at the center of my screen, my EM is noticeably worse in the way that your EM looks right now. So I'm gonna highly recommend that you take something, mark the center of your screen, just like or go in CS:GO. Like you can do this in CS:GO. Go in CS:GO, find the op, right, or something, like find something, get the center of your screen, and make sure load up Apex, right, and then run around a little, like, and then make sure try and like make sure that wherever you're looking is the center of your screen by default, without you having to use that thing as a guide, right? So a thing that you can do to test this is stop, mark where you think, put your finger on your screen where you think the center of your monitor is, and then like load up a program that shows you the actual center of your monitor, right? If you didn't get that right close enough, if you're not getting that like to the 99 percentile right, then that could be a huge thing, that could be like a real game changer for your EM here, and so I highly recommend you do that. But here, to give gameplay specific breakdown, that's just like my suspicion, intuition based off of what I've seen for myself as well. um
Recharging my shield.
yeah, in the beginning here,
Have I?
in the beginning here you kind of had like you kind of had the element of surprise on your side. So you probably could have played this a little bit more aggressively with the R99 and just made sure you were playing to secure those kills, because nobody kind of knew you were there yet. So that's like a little bit of critique. You could have also thrown nades, um you kind of want to just make sure you're being as lethal as possible. I don't know how much experience you have with this thing, the hemlock. I personally don't use the hemlock, so I don't know. But you kind of have to play in a way that will ensure you're being lethal, right? Meaning when you start to shoot, people are dying, right? You kind of want to play with that in mind. So you had the advantage of not being um expected here, and you should have probably used that. Also, you could have used nades if you weren't too comfortable about the push. You could have also used nades to cover the push to like cause some chaos while you swoop down on people. So that's just like a little critique there. um so we get melted. We get melted from the side. That happens sometimes. Um, I like to see in the probably the I'd probably like to see a more defensive retreat with a faster bite, but can't be helped sometimes. I also probably would not have knowing kind of like a little critique, but I just like thinking like I probably would have also maybe gone from the roof on this one, but maybe people were outside there or something. It's not like the worst thing you could do. Yeah, so like my immediate would have been there to like get some form of advantage there. Like once I saw that they were down there, get on the roof, which is what you did ultimately, but it would have probably been more quick in my case. Yeah, so we had no idea this Pathfinder was so close or something. So the melting couldn't be helped. Sometimes you have to kind of know when things are just unlucky. It is about the royal. Unlucky things will happen. This Pathfinder didn't make any sound. So yeah, you kind of got you kind of get melted. I don't know if you were just nervous here or if it's because of that center screen thing I'm telling you about, but try that center screen thing. Here you um the slide, was the slide a great move? Probably not. But to be honest, that was already kind of sketched there. This You just died here, honestly. Like you just died. Sometimes unlucky shit happens in the game. That's how it goes. Anyways, I have to make sure I like get your perspective as well. Yeah, sometimes unlucky shit just happens. 229. Um, you not like the worst arc star ever, but something I noticed from like your last grenade too. You probably want to try and be a little bit more precise with those nades. That could help a lot. Yikes. Yeah. So my immediate reaction there at like the very end is whenever you are you Wraith? I want to check if you were Wraith. But like my immediate reaction whenever I find somebody that I don't want to fight is to leave, right? Like even if I think it's a 50-50 fight, actually, especially if I think it's a 50-50 fight too, I'll still leave, because right then and there, I even if I kill the guy, I probably so low HP that somebody else in the fight will come and kill me. So I'm not trying to have a 50-50 fight. So right there, I probably would have disengaged the moment I saw there was somebody here that I didn't necessarily want, wasn't expecting, and I didn't want to fight like this. Right? I'm not trying to have 50-50 fights with people. No, it's not so bad since he's kind of trained. Since he's kind of trained on your Watson, meaning your Watson should ideally be the one that's dead. But so you should kill this guy, right? Like you should kill this guy. That's what should happen here. But let's see. No, you die. You die here because of your gun. 100%. You die here because you have the wrong weapon. You had an R99. This guy will probably be dead. You just don't know how to use this thing. And I realize you don't ADS enough, right? Probably if you had ADS him, actually, it would have been okay. But you died here purely because you didn't have a good gun. Yeah, so again, like I'd have probably left the moment I didn't want to take that fight, but the Watson was there. You died because of the gun. You died because of the gun. You probably would have with an R99 with something else that was able to dish more damage in a better fashion. You probably would have been able to at least knock that guy and get away. Even if you took some damage from the other guy, you probably still would have been able to get away. But you died here because you weren't using a tier 1 gun. Um, yeah, yeah, you died here because I know not your own gun. So definitely not from bro. Trust me, I get like nobody gets it more than me, bro. Trust me, I be like however many forms of frustration you guys think you've been through, I've been through 10, like times 10, like 100% guaranteed, right? There was even one there. That's a story for another day. But trust me, bro, I get it, bro. So yeah, I'll keep doing as many of these as I think as I can while I have the time. But yeah, message guys, leave some comments if you like videos like these. I especially like the fact that we could go through and see the clips quicker. Leave comments, guys. Drop a like if you like these videos, and yeah, just let me know.